In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Tuesday, April 29th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our April 29th NBA playoff slate here we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10,000 subscribers. I can't say that enough here. And again, I appreciate you guys on this journey, and it's only going to get better. This is literally just the beginning. Like, this is this is like the floor level of what the potential of this channel has since I've been doing it for the last past three years solidly, and improvements are coming. I'm telling you right now. Get ready and get locked and loaded because it's going to go to a whole nother level. This is now the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for yesterday's plays, I'm going to give you updates on yesterday's plays. All right, the time that I do the video is the same time games are going on. Like right now, the Cavaliers just won. Okay, so we covered those two numbers. We got the Cavaliers to cover the 8.5, and we're waiting on the next game. We have the Rockets here to cover that plus 4.5. So we'll wait and see what happened. Once, I guess probably when I wake up, then I'll post it in the comment section down below for updates. Updates will be in the comment section. You'll see my message, and you'll see if we go 1-1, 2-0, so on and so forth. Okay, that will be available down there. Right now, in the Patreon, we gave out an early play here of the Mets money line and Mets 1.5. That cashed very easily. They blew out the Washington Nationals 19-5, and then now we have the the Cleveland Cavaliers covering that number as well. So we've had so far a very good day. Let's finish strong here with the Rockets. As you can see, the community group chat, we're going off 24/7. We got guys cashing parlays, as you can see right here. This is the double up master right there, Mr. Main. We got guys like Quan putting in parlays for everyone. It's a community, so get connected. Sign up right now in that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. All right, now the futures is in its own separate tier. Okay, you'll see when you click that link down below. I partner with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Madison Square Garden here, we have game number 5 between the Knicks and the Detroit Pistons here. Very intriguing matchup. We had a controversial end to game number 4, and that leads into this game here in game number 5. Can the New York Knicks close out the Pistons? Looking at the current line, minus 220 with the comeback of the Pistons at a plus 180. Point spread at a 5.5. Total points at 214.5. Public bet percentage here, 83% of the bets, 77% of the money all over the Knicks. For the point spread, 60% of the bets, 58% of the money all over the Knicks as well. And for the total points here, we have 52% of the bets, 51% of the money towards the over 214.5. People are a little bit split on this. People are a little bit split on the total here of that 214. Okay, looking at the injury report here. Going off with the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart, game time decision, and Jaden Ivey is out. New York Knicks is totally fine. No injuries of significance here for the Knicks in this one. If we're looking at that previous game here in game number 4, the New York Knicks, it was the Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. They really carried late in that fourth quarter there. Karl-Anthony Towns with the last, 6-7 points. Big shots. He made some circus shots that really propelled them to get that win. Pistons had it. They had it. They came back, took a double-digit lead, and lost it in that fourth quarter. And then the Detroit Pistons, they had solid defense. It was just better offense from the New York Knicks, and mainly from Karl-Anthony Towns in those closing moments, okay? So this has been a pretty close series all in all, and there was a horrible missed call, which would have had the Detroit Pistons winning game number 4. So in this one here, coming back to Madison Square Garden, the Knicks have been very up and down and inconsistent for the majority of this season, especially going up with upper competition. And the Pistons are fighting, man. This team is very scrappy, and I don't think that they're not going out without a fight. I think this, if anything, that this game is going to come down to the wire, very similarly like we've seen in game number 4 or game number 3. And even game number 2, where the Detroit Pistons won. The only blowout really was game number 1. All right. And this is Cade Cunningham's first playoff game, so that was understandable. We're taking the points with the Pistons in this one. I love the +5.5. And for the total, when it's really been going up and down here. We had an over and under back in New York here. Which supporting cast is going to support their star more? Okay. Can Cade get a little bit more help in this particular environment, or are the Knicks is just going to be Karl-Anthony Towns and Brunson? I'm going to slightly lean towards the over. We're going to follow the trend here. Give me the over 214.5, but I love the Pistons with the points. In Gainbridge Fieldhouse here, we have the Indiana Pacers going against the Milwaukee Bucks, 4-5 matchup. This is game number 5 here, and the Pacers have a 3-1 lead. Can the Pacers close out the Bucks? That's going to be a major question here. Looking at the odds, -325 on the Pacers with the comeback of the Bucks at a +260. For the point spread, we are looking at a 7.5 here, and the total points at 221.5. Public bet percentage here, 87% of the bets, 77% of the money all over Indiana. For the point spread, 72% of the bets, 73% of the money all over Indiana. And for the total points, 70% of the bets and 70% of the money towards the over 221.5. All right, looking at the injury report here, Tyler Smith, game time decision, and Damian Lillard, horrible injury there with the Achilles. He's going to be out for a long time here, very similar to the injury that KD had, and he missed like a year and a half. So this is pretty bad, and we might have seen the last bit of good Damian Lillard, and he wasn't really that good with the Milwaukee Bucks, really, honestly. He was 100% as well, so you take that with a grain of salt here. Hopefully Damian Lillard can come back healthy whenever he comes back. For the Pacers, Aaron Naismith, game time decision, Benedict Mathurin, game time decision, and Isaiah Jackson is out for the season. All right, now, looking at this matchup here, what we saw in game number 4 was literally the Pacers taking the heart out of the Milwaukee Bucks. There's a lot of issues here with the Bucks offensively, losing Damian Lillard, and the fact that just Giannis has no help at all. All right, if it wasn't for Gary Trent Jr. scoring over 30 points, that's the only way the Pacers lost game 3, and they were really in that game in the first 3 quarters. Okay. And then they pulled away late, the Milwaukee Bucks did. Now with no Lillard, and you had your opportunity there in game number 4. If you tried at all, they didn't even show up. They really just got blasted from the beginning of the game there. And I think they took the heart out of Milwaukee and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is probably going to leave the Bucks as well. So they got a lot of things to figure out here. I'm going to go with a complete sweep. Give me the Pacers on the money line. Pacers to cover the 7.5, and I like the under 221.5. Or you could play it where the Bucks team total is the under. I think they're going to struggle to score with just one man on that team really showing up. And you could take the Pacers team total over. I think the Pacers put up a big number. they could blow out the Bucks just like the Miami Heat got blown out by the Cavs. All right, so that's what I kind of see here in this particular game. Next up here in TD Garden, we have the Boston Celtics going up against the Orlando Magic here, the 2-7 matchup. Another 3-1 series we got here. Can the Celtics close out the Magic at home? We got a minus 650 on the Celtics here with the comeback of the Magic at a plus 475. Point spread at 11.5, and then the total is at 199.5. Public bet percentage here of 93% of the bets, 88% of the money all over Boston. For the point spread, it's a little bit closer here, but still, public and sharps are on the Boston Celtics to cover the 11.5. And for the total points, it's right down the middle, 51% of the bets, 52% of the money on the over, very slightly over 199.5. And with that total here, most of these games has gone, well, half has gone under and half have gone over that total of 199.5. Right now it's gone under, over, under, over. We'll see what happens in this one. But Orlando, if they're going to have a chance to give themselves another opportunity to come back to Orlando, that defense got to step up to another level here. Looking at the injury report, Magic, Jalen Suggs, Moritz Wagner are the same guys that have been out for a while. In the Celtics, Drew Holiday is going to be out this game. They already confirmed it here. Drew Holiday is out, and now we're just waiting on Jaylen Brown. He is a legit Q tag with the knee, so definitely wait and see if he's going to give it a go. If both of those guys are out, then that kind of gives a little crack, a crease here for Orlando to have an opportunity, but definitely wait on confirmation for that one, okay? The way that the Magic have been playing, they've really been in the majority of these games here, and then Celtics poured on a little bit later. Game 3, they showed up and showed out. Game 4, they kept fighting back, but Jason Tatum took over that fourth quarter, where he's going to have to answer the bell again, especially if there's no Holiday, which we already know. But the question is for Jaylen Brown. If he's going to miss his partner there, it's going to be all on the shoulders of Jason Tatum. Now, to cover this number at 11.5, it might be a little bit too much to ask. I do expect the Celtics to close out the Magic here 4-1, but it's just too much meat on the bone here with the number 1 defense in the league and the way that this Magic team has been showing up in each game here. I'm gonna lean towards that plus 11.5. All right, they only covered that number once, and one of the times the Orlando actually won a game. So give me the plus 11.5 with the Magic here. I'll take the hard, scrappy team that's going to fight throughout the entire game. I'll take the plus 11.5 for the total. I'm going to go and follow the trend. I like the under 199.5. I think they're going to be close. I think there's going to be tightly contested, ugly type of environment here in Boston, and give me the under 199.5. In Ball Arena here, we have this very, very good matchup here. Denver Nuggets, Clippers here, 4 versus 5. They've been battling it out this whole entire series, and this is game number 5. It is tied at 2-2. Clippers are minus 130 on the money line on the road here. So Clippers here taking over as road favorites. Nuggets at a plus 105. All right. Just so you got, I'll tell you when we get over there. But point spread is a pick 'em at a 1.5. Total points at 208.5. Public bet percentage here 50-50 down the middle on the bets, and essentially almost 50-50 for the money. But the sharps are leaning towards the Nuggets as home underdogs here. 52% of the money for the point spread. 55% of the bets. 64% of the money here coming in on the Clippers to cover this number. Sharps are coming in on that point spread of the Clippers. For the total points, 59% of the bets, 58% of the money towards the over 208.5. Looking at the current injury report here. And before I talk about the injury report, this line, so you can see the movement. It opened at a minus 3.5. So Nuggets were favored at 3.5 points. It has totally adjusted, and now the Clippers, and that probably the line before the series, but this line has switched over to the Clippers being favored here, as you can see, by 1.5 points. So that's a huge adjustment, over a 4-point adjustment here with the Clippers being favored on the road, all right? And they've been the much better team in this series, okay? For the injuries, we got some cause of concern. Clippers are fine. For the Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. will play, where they confirmed it right here. He's probable, but we're still waiting on news about Russell Westbrook. He is listed as questionable in this game. And then De'Ron Holmes is a non-factor. He's out for the year. So definitely wait on news about Russell Westbrook. He's had some big games in this series. They've been daring him to shoot threes, and he's been knocking it down. All right. But Michael Porter will play for the Nuggets, okay? If we're looking at the total is at 208. We've seen that total go over only once, and that was in an overtime game. But this game go to overtime, they have been battling out. I'm gonna lean slightly towards the under in this game, and that's mainly because this Clipper defense has been impressive to me. They were able to hold Denver to 83 points and to 102. If it wasn't for that overtime, all these games are right at that 100 mark and below. All right, and it's really coming down here in the through the wire. If they continue to not force turnovers here, Clippers clean it up and make them play half-court basketball, you have a very good chance of winning. All right, because the Denver defense, they're playing their hardest right now, but they still have holes. Okay, in this game here, I'm going with the better team, you might think this is value on the Nuggets, but I'm going with the better team here, better coach. Give me the Clippers on the money line and -1.5 for the total of 208.5. I think that's just too high. I'm gonna take the under 208.5. All right, those are gonna be our selections for the Tuesday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree here. We could definitely debate about that down below. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon and get locked in, we have our regular tier for all daily plays, and then we have the Future Plus daily plays where you get access to the future bets. The MLB World Series Future will be coming out at the beginning of May. So if you want the future for the World Series, you sign up now and click on the Futures tier. All right, get locked in. All right, so guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.